Welcome to Talk Around Riyadh, the Wheel of Time showcast. I am your host, Joe Perry, here with my co-host, Jen Isgro and Tom Kokoza. How you doing tonight, Jen?
Joe, I just flew in from California, and boy, are my arms tired.
I need to know if you're going to be telling jokes so I can get some sort of sound effect in there, like the drums.
I'm not. That's probably the only one.
Okay.
But that is true. I did just come home from a week in California, and I went to my husband's cousin's wedding in Calistoga. It was beautiful. I was there when the news dropped at 6 a.m. on Wednesday. Good thing I was awake because I was still jet lagged. So I am hyped and ready to talk about all the new stuff we have.
Tom, what about you?
I haven't left for any, nicer weather states, but
it wasn't nicer weather. It was the same.
But yeah, this is unbelievable. Such a huge week, and I'm very, very excited to get to talk about it.
Yeah, we thought we were going to be taking a break. We were actually going to not record this week because Jen was going to be in California, and we said unless something big drops, and then lo and behold, something big dropped. So
yeah,
something.
I came over to Joe. We were both in the office that day, and I come over to Joe, and I show him my phone, and he's like, "Yeah, what?" I just show him my phone again. I don't say anything. He's like, "Oh," I was like, "I guess we're recording."
Yeah, pretty good. So, needless to say, we've got a lot to talk about tonight. A lot. So let's get into it. Oh, actually, no. Wait, before we get into it, we've got something else we need to take care of. Or maybe not. Welcome back to another edition of Where's What Origins, where we discuss where What Origins is. Last week we had made a prediction. Jen, I think we had rolled some dice to figure out when What Origins was coming out. And what was the date that we got?
That was November 12th.
Okay. And then you had also predicted then that a couple of days before that, the show was going to be released, right?
Yep. Well, my prediction was wrong, but that is okay with me.
One of your predictions was wrong.
Yeah, so far we don't know about the other one.
We're still on board for What Origins on November 12th. Tom?
I'm saying this, right? After last August passed, people were making jokes. Oh, well, they didn't say which August. And now I don't think that was a joke. I think that was a clever misdirection. I assume the last two episodes of season 1 are coming out this August. And like that was what was always meant
to anger everybody and get all the fans pissed at them because they didn't release it when they said they were. That was their plan.
They didn't say they said August, right? We assumed they meant the next August that was coming up.
Well, remember the tweeter of Chaos, right? Tweeted out that he spilled, the intern of Chaos had spilled coffee on the What Origins, so they couldn't release it.
Right. So yeah, I do. I think it'll be out maybe not season 2 of What Origins, which hopefully will still be in line with the episodes. But yeah, I think those last episodes of season 1 will come out prior to the season 2 premiere.
Yeah. Jen, is there anything you want to add? You're sticking by that November 12th prediction?
Yeah, I took a trip across the country just to see if I could find anything about What Origins, but even the people on the West Coast do not know. They have no additional information. So as of right now, we will stick with I'll stick with the November 12th prediction.
All right, let's go. Let's go for it. All right, let's get into the news. We've got a lot of news to talk about. I'm going to work my way backwards, and we're going to start with some news that was dropped today from WhatSeries.com. Where else but What Series? That's got to be their tagline. They got to get like a bumper sticker or something like that. So they reported 3 new and possibly 4 new actors identified for season 2 of The Wheel of Time. And we'll go through those actors right now. We've got Jade-Eleena Gregorius, who is, quote, stunt woman and actor from Berlin. She will be playing the role of Sita. And as you all know, Sita is the sole dom that gets collared by Nynaeve and Falma at the end of the Great Hunt.
Okay.
And I believe I remember Rafe saying something about being excited to have a scene with Rena and another person. I don't think it was Sita, but Rena was Sita's. I'm sorry, Rena and Sita were the two sole dom.
Colleagues. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they the ones? They were the ones that were when Egwene got captured. Obviously, Rena was there, but was Sita like in that group?
I don't remember. Probably. I mean, there were multiple Soldama Damane there, so it wouldn't surprise me if there were. So, excited about this? Got any feelings about this? Are you surprised that Sita is going to be in season 2?
Not really. No, because I knew that the Rena was in it, and we knew that obviously the whole collaring storyline was in it. So this doesn't shock me. I like it, and I hope it plays out the same way because that's such a great part of the story.
Yeah, the picture they put of Jade-Eleena, she's got like a really smackable face. So I think she'll be good for the part.
Oh shit.
I don't mean it like
great name.
Just the image, the pose that she's doing. She's got a very like I'm gonna fuck you up kind of face going on right now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You were saying,
I never
Jen.
know any of these actors. I really I'm always thinking one day I'm going to be like, oh my God, this person from that show I watch. And I've like never.
So she's working in movies and television series such as Foundation, The Matrix Resurrections, and Fast 10. None of which I've seen, but I hope to see
I've
Fast
seen
10
The Matrix Resurrect. That's the new Matrix.
Yeah, that's
the fourth
the
Matrix?
newest Matrix movie. She's the stunt woman. She's a stunt double for Jessica Henwick.
Oh, there you
go. Okay.
Yeah. So there we go. There's Jade-Eleena.
So that means that she's probably going to get like knocked around a bit. If she's a stunt woman, maybe like.
Possibly. Yeah. Maybe she's going to get thrown off a building or something. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know about that. Maybe just beat the shit out of my Nynaeve.
Next, we have Serafina Beh, who's a, quote, British actor best known for roles in EastEnders and Top Boy. And her role is unknown for season 2. I'll just move on because there's really nothing else to really talk about that. I don't think we have any clues as to who she's going to be. Then we have Alejandra Basilar Pereira, who is, quote, actor and puppeteer, who's raised in Spain. Alejandra's role is also unknown. She will be appearing in season 2. And what they do know is that she filmed in Prague in 2021 in episodes directed by Sana Hamri or around that time. And we know that Sana Hamri is directing episodes 3, 4, 7, and 8. So I can glean something from this. She was in Prague, so that means it was on set somewhere. Maybe I would probably say the White Tower, maybe Cairn, depending on if they're going to be shooting the Cairn on a location or not. But I could imagine like the inside shots in like the palace or something like that could be on set. What are your thoughts, Tom?
Yeah, I was thinking White Tower. I think I don't know. It's easy for me to say, oh, it's a female. She's probably gonna be in the White Tower.
Maybe she's in the back. Maybe she's one of those people walking by in the Varen clip.
That's true. I think we've nailed it.
Yeah, puppeteer always confuses me. Like, I'm not even sure if that matters, but.
Well, they had a puppeteer in season 1 in Tarvalon, so maybe she's another puppeteer.
Just like in the street doing puppets?
Yeah, there was one. You don't remember?
Like a marionette?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, it was like marionette kind of puppets.
Okay.
It's a stock puppet.
No, not like a
sock puppetry.
Not like a Muppet, like a marionette.
Is that something you put on your resume? Sock puppetry.
Sock puppetry.
Sock puppetry.
Yeah.
If you're Mick Foley, right there, the signed sock right there.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I know this has nothing to do with anything, but it just reminded me of when our friend Tony put twirling like sticks of fire on his resume. And I was something, and I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, I could twirl them. And he's like, you probably could still twirl them if they're on fire. So I'll just put that on my resume. Like, what the hell? Okay.
What kind of job are you trying to get? That's the question.
That is
I
the
don't know.
circus.
Well, he didn't get it. No, I don't know what
Circus
it was.
performer.
Obviously, he didn't get it.
Here's
Anyway,
yeah.
sorry.
He's into. I forget it. There's one other person on this list who's speculated. They don't have any really, I think, concrete evidence that this next person, Aki Kotabi, who is an American actor and voice actor, known for The Batman, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and The Man in the High Castle, which is, I believe, also an Amazon Prime property. So their only evidence is that, quote, he was filming a streaming series in Ouarzazate, Morocco in March of 2022, which overlaps with the Wheel of Time's season 2 filming in the same area. So I'll ask you guys to give me a yay or nay on this. Do you think Aki is going to be in the Wheel of Time, or he was filming some other streaming series in Ouarzazate, Morocco?
I don't know. There's a lot. Oh, in Morocco. I was going to say there's a lot of people that film in Prague, but.
No, this is in Ouarzazate.
Sure. I think he's in it.
Any ideas on if he's going to be anybody important, named, something like that?
He is going to be. I'll say he's going to be. I forgot his name now. I always say he's not on the show. Jade-Eleena Sandar.
Everybody's Jade-Eleena Sandar.
No, they're not. I don't even think he's going to be in it.
You said somebody else was going to be Jade-Eleena
Did
Sandar.
I keep doing that where I'm like, I got this person. Like, they're playing Nynaeve, and you're like, they already have an actor for Nynaeve. I'm like dead 100%. It's Bale Doman. No.
They already have a
I just want to make a quick comment that you can pronounce Ouarzazate perfectly, but you can't pronounce Berlin.
I said Berlin wrong?
You said Berlin.
Oh.
I was like, what's
I don't think that's necessarily
but
wrong.
Ouarzazate blows right off your tongue. I just thought that was cool.
Berlin.
You got the Prague, like the.
That's how people from Berlin say Berlin.
Berlin, yeah. Okay.
Berlin.
Say Berlin.
Not what do you say? Berlin?
Berlin, sorry. Oh my God, I'm such a moron.
I'm gonna say, I realize we skipped over guessing who Serafina's gonna be. I'm gonna give him. He's gonna be a Sean Chen, maybe like one of the Sean Chen like captains or generals or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. And going back to Serafina Beh, any thoughts on who she's gonna play? No clues, no hints. We don't even know where she filmed. At least for the other two, we knew where they were.
A British actor. I'm gonna say, I don't know, like how many Soldame and Dematis can there be? Like,
there's a lot.
I know, but
a lot.
No, she's not a stuntwoman. That's the other girl. She's nothing. She's just an actress. She's just an actress.
Just an actress.
We have nothing.
All right, Jen, we don't have all night here.
All right, I don't know. A Damani, sure. Whatever.
Okay, there we go.
No idea.
I'm going to say Aiel because that's who I guess everybody is. I don't know.
Okay.
I want to say something.
I'm going to go out on a limb.
Go
for Aki, and I'm going to say he's going to play a hero of the horn.
Oh.
Hero of the Horn. I like that one. I wanted to say something before
Eagle Eye.
I forgot. We talked about new castings last week, and one of the people, DM Camille, I saw a picture of her, right? We started following her on Instagram, and she posts a lot of pictures, and there was a picture of her with 3 other women, and she was like 8 inches to 10 inches taller than all the other women. So I'm now predicting that she's going to be an Aiel. Just because of her. Just purely because of her height. Getting that on the record there.
No, forget it. Nothing.
Okay. I will then move on. I'm going to move on to our next piece of news. The big news. On May 24th, this past Wednesday, Entertainment Weekly reported that season 2 of The Wheel of Time will premiere on September 1st, 2023.
Unbelievable.
Wow. It's not 2 years, but almost.
September. I've been saying September for a long time.
Well,
Not the longest time, but for a long time now.
Is it technically August 31st?
All right. We'll get to that part. All right, let's talk about that right now. Right, last time it was released midnight on the 19th. Now it was Greenwich Mean Time / London Time / UTC or whatever. Which made it 7:00 here on the East Coast. But apparently, like, Greenwich Mean Time is also, I didn't realize Greenwich Mean Time is not a thing anymore.
It's not?
It's UTC. But UTC doesn't change. There's no like daylight savings for UTC. So since the show is going to be on in September, the clocks hadn't changed or won't change by that time. So that means it's going to be possibly 8 p.m. Eastern time this year. Now that's if they go by UTC. If they go by London time, then it'll be 7:00 again. So we don't know the answer to that question. So I don't know. But,
September 1st is a Friday, so it's Thursday night again.
so technically it will be released in August in the United States, everybody. August. Now it means a whole new thing. Right? Now when people say August, it's more of excitement thing than a joke.
In like 3 and a little tiny bit of days, months.
A little over 3 months.
3 months and like a couple of days.
Like 100 or so days, something like that, right?
Well, whatever day it came out, I think somebody posted it was like X amount of days till WatCon, and then like the same amount. Like WatCon was like dead in the middle of like when it was announced and like when it was coming out.
Nice. I just want to read something from the article here. Having learned that he is in fact, this is a description kind of, I guess, of what we have in store for us in season 2. Having learned that he is in fact the Dragon Reborn, Rand has gone into hiding so that he won't harm his friends if he descends into madness like previous incarnations of the dragon did. His mentor, Moiraine, has now lost her connection to the One Power and her emotional relationship with Lan along with it. While Moiraine returns to her hometown of Cairhien, Egwene and Nynaeve begin their Aes Sedai training in order to learn how to control their own access to the One Power. And then it goes on to say, season 2 will mostly cover the next book, The Great Hunt, but don't be surprised to see some elements from other books as well.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Anything surprise you in this article or this statement?
No.
Something
surprises me in the pictures, but we'll get to that.
Oh yeah, that's
Nothing surprises me in that. I think we pretty much figured it out. Those stories. They didn't mention Perrin and what he's doing with the Aiel, the Shanshan, the Whitecloaks.
They don't mention Matt.
Right, and Matt.
and the Shinards.
Right, and the Shinards. Right. And then Matt and whoever the hell Perrin's with everybody. Matt's with no one, as far as we know.
And Matt's with no one.
Leandra.
Oh, yeah, Matt's with Leandra.
Yeah, he's got a whole Leandra inside story.
Oh my God. Let Matt and Leandra hook up.
I can imagine it.
That
I
would be
will.
interesting. Yeah. I don't think anything here is surprising, right? We kind of figured this is generally what was going to happen. Nothing surprising there. I did notice, right? I had to read this line a couple of times when I read the article first. Season 2 will mostly cover the next book, The Great Hunt, but don't be surprised to see some elements, because all along, like, Rafe had been saying, like, books 2 and books 3, really, and then, some other things tossed in there, and not everything from those 2 books will be in this. And then Sarah Nakamura, the resident Wheel of Time show consultant, said, had been tweeting a lot these last couple of days, and one of the things she said made me happy again. She said, season 2 is a true melding of 2 books with other bits from still others. So she kind of reconfirming that, no, it's really 2 books mixed together, not just mostly The Great Hunt. So are you both confident in this?
In what? It's 2 books melded together?
That we're going to get basically the majority of those 2 books and then just a little bit of other stuff? Or you
Yeah, I mean, like,
Entertainment Weekly article here?
think about the first season. Like, it was basically the Eye of the World, but there was other stuff thrown into it. So, I mean, this could be basically the Great Hunt, but like elements of the Dragon Reborn. And
But Sarah said season 2 is a true melding of 2 books.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
I mean-
the biggest thing you want to take away from this is that at the end of season 2, they're done with the first 3 books.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, Rafe said
they're
there are some
gonna be
parts. Rafe said that there was some parts
Yeah.
from those books that are being held back to later on, which we
Yeah.
had presumed it was Kalendor.
I
Could
still
also
do.
be Perrin meeting Fael.
Yeah.
Which
That's-
happens in book 3. That's something that
That's true. That's a good point, Jen. Yeah.
But
we'll know in
trying to think of what else
a few
happens.
months.
Yeah.
so yeah, I would say yeah, I think though when you're looking at what we know so far, it looks like it's taking the structure of book 2 and then putting elements from other things in it.
Yeah.
Not like it's not like people have been saying, well, how is he going to get, we talked about this a lot, especially I want to say about a year ago, like, how's he going to get from Falm to Tyr? And like, he's not going to get to Tyr. Like that's like the Aiel are going to come to Falm. That's it. Like, and like, other than probably Matt's storyline, most of the, and possibly like, if Egwene gets raised to accept it or whatever, like, most of everyone's storylines are going to mirror the storylines that they have in book 2.
Well, Rand's
Right.
isn't,
And
right? We already know
Aiel.
Rand's doing a kind of like a season 3 storyline where he just leaves, goes off by himself, which is what he does
Rand
in book
and
3.
Matt are, you said not Matt, but Rand's not, and you're adding the Aiel from book 3 too.
And you're
so
adding the
I can
Aiel
see
in
how
there
she's
from book 3.
saying it's a melding. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like the Aiel and the Whitecloaks don't really come together, right?
No, there's no Whitecloaks.
No.
And I don't really remember the Whitecloaks in the third. The Whitecloaks in the third book is that, no, that's not Fane, right? Is Fane with the Pedronile? Is that the third book?
I'm not sure.
Or is that not
do
till
they
book 4?
even
I don't
do
remember.
anything in book 3?
I don't
book
think
4
so.
Fane's with
Book
Dane.
4 is
so
when
yeah,
they're in,
Fane,
and with the 2 rivers, but
yeah,
Yeah.
Fane's got to be with Pedro Island 3 because he's with Dane in 4, so he's already.
Yeah.
right. So, but they're gonna have to do something in book 3 to like keep the actors working. So that's, I'm sorry, oh no, forget it. Forget what I'm saying. There's no book 3. It's season 2,
they'll-
and then season 3 is
Book 4.
book 4.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Can't
So
wait to do recap
predictions.
episode breakdowns.
Oh yeah. And we've got a lot of help coming up because we're
know.
going to start talking about, there were 8 photographs also in the article.
Yep.
And I think this is probably the most fun part of the episode. So okay. So I want to shout out Rao, our Discord moderator. He noticed that the photos were also posted on the Prime Video Wheel of Time press page, and that they were all labeled. And it seems that they had the episodes that they were from, like the episode numbers that they were from in the titles. So we got that information, and they quickly realized what they did and changed the names of all the photos, but it's already been documented. A ton of people have it. I think even Watt Series article included it as well. So we know where these pictures are from, which episodes, which I think is going to be fun because it kind of tells us maybe what's going to go on in those episodes. And these will be very helpful for episode breakdown. So let's just jump right into the picture. The pictures, people who are listening to the podcast, there's a link in the show notes to the article with the pictures. You can look while we're talking, so you have some clue what we're talking about, and not just like what's going on here. So I am going to start with, I'm not going to start with the first picture in the article. I'm going to start with the episode order. So episode 201, we have 2 pictures. I want to talk first about the Matt picture. So it's Donald Finn, and he's leaning against, I don't know, a chair or something like that, staring at a candle flame, crying. Now, this isn't really very new. We saw this in the sneak peek video that they released back at Comic-Con, New York City Comic-Con, and then they released it publicly. It's basically the same shot. I don't know if you have any comments or thoughts, new thoughts about this one that you want to share.
No, not really. I was trying to remember where we had seen this because I remembered seeing it already. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is likely him in the White Tower still, trapped in there at this point. What do you think he's sad about?
that he's a prisoner of the White Tower and he's abandoned his friends and can't rescue his
Yeah.
sisters from whatever fate they're in.
You know what I think? You know what I think he's thinking about and what he's sad about?
What?
He doesn't have the dagger.
Okay.
I'm going back in where Matt's not totally healed yet, and they're going to heal him fully in this season.
So he's dramatically crying about not having the dagger while he stares into a candle.
Yes.
Okay.
Dana Lou
Agree to
says
disagree.
he misses Bella. He misses Bella. Okay. The other picture we had from episode 201 is Egwene. She appears to be in the kitchens, I'm guessing in the White Tower, because she's wearing novice white and she has an apron over her. So it's that same outfit that she was wearing in the BTS footage for season 2 that we saw. She's looking, I don't know, determinedly at something, and there's another woman standing behind her. Any chance that's Laris?
I was just thinking that, but probably not.
Yeah, there's a chance.
I think it is. Tell me there's a chance. Also, her hair is unbraided.
Yes. Yeah, which we saw that in the BTS footage of her dressed as a novice with her hair unbraided. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely not another novice. It's definitely a kitchen worker. I don't know. I'm going to say that's Laris.
Okay.
What is Egwene looking at? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. There's like nothing.
It's almost like she's
really
zoning
happening.
out, like a zone out look, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't really tell.
Well,
yeah, I don't know if there's
we're not
anything.
getting a lot from this.
No, I'm not getting too much from this, except for possibly Laris. But I think this is pretty self-explanatory. This picture.
Yeah.
I'll move on. We have some photos from episode 203. The first one is Nynaeve in a shift. Is this what a shift is, Jen?
Nynaeve, yeah, like a slip.
They talk about shifts all the time in real
shift.
time. I've never really seen one. So Nynaeve looking worried. A slip.
Yeah.
This is Nynaeve looking worried in some sort of rough-hewn chamber.
Some sort of
torch in it and some sort of weird curved column in the background. Does this look familiar to anybody?
Oh, yes, it does.
What is this, Jen?
This is the room that we saw Rafe and Sarah sitting in at the Jordan Con video. And we think it is the accepted test room.
I think the accepted test room is confirmed here. I think this confirms that. Can we close the book on this one?
I think we can.
Does anyone want to debate us on this one?
Also, I don't want to debate it. I just want to say I'm excited. I guess this doesn't guarantee that she's not going to get nude, but I like it better if she's in this and not fully nude. I think that's a good change.
I don't remember now. When she goes through the arches, though, she's not nude, right? It's just
Yes, she is.
No, but I mean when she's on the other side.
Oh no, well, not when she goes through.
So I mean, so even if she did go through nude, it would be like a second. It would be like the land's butt shot. That's all you'd see. It'd be like a second of her nude.
Yeah, but then she comes every time she comes in and they pour the water over her, she's nude too, though.
Yeah, but they don't have to show her like
they don't. But I just, I mean, this could be
off.
like her changing, but I like to think that she'll do it in her shift and not her full nudity.
Yeah, to me, it's like, why even bother taking off some of your clothes? Not. I mean, like for the purpose of the scene, like it doesn't make sense. You either do it all or nothing.
No, but you're like not. You're just like in your underwear, basically. So
but
like,
why? Why do you have to go through?
Because you're stripped down, but you're still in your underwear.
Yeah,
but that's not.
You can
everything
still be
else
stripping
is gone,
away.
Right? Yeah.
You can still symbolically be stripping away everything that identifies you as who you were,
except your underwear,
right? By taking your clothes off that you've chosen.
She's also she would also be wearing tower garb, so she'd be taking off her white tower garb. So
right.
So it's not like she's stripping away her own clothes.
I think the thing that's far more interesting to me, frankly, I'm sorry, than whether she is in underwear or not, is this is episode 3, which means she doesn't get raised to accepted right away.
No,
which means that she's going to be a novice for 2 episodes, and that really, this more than any other like episode to picture thing. Like this really like upsets my timing of what's going to be happening on this season.
So
And
what?
it also makes me think this is the only accepted test that we see.
Well, that's what I was going to get to. What does this mean for Egwene's accepted test? Are we not getting it in this season? Like, not that we're not going to see it. Is it not going to occur in the timeline of this season?
Did we talk about already that like, do Egwene and Elaine even have to become accepted? Does it matter?
So Egwene's going to become, spoiler alert, Amyrlin without even going through the accepted test.
So what? She was not Aes Sedai.
But she went through the accepted test at least.
It doesn't matter.
She passed a test.
So
she-
the only reason that it matters in the books really is because you don't get a ring until you're accepted.
Yes.
She's got a ring, so people think she's an Aes Sedai
Very important.
before. She can just have a ring because she has one for whatever reason.
Or she could not have one because Nynaeve's not. If Nynaeve gets a ring, we think that maybe they get a ring with no stone in it, like the way that like
yes,
Amarisa had.
That's the other thing.
Like Egwene wouldn't have that, but it doesn't matter because they say in the books that anybody technically could be Amyrlin. You don't even have to be Aes Sedai.
No, I know, but I don't like it. I'd rather they just have the test and we don't see the whole thing, like we just see a part of it or something like that, than her not go through the test.
I don't think there's going to be time.
Yeah.
If Nynaeve isn't going to get her accepted test until episode 3, they're not going to be in the tower that many more episodes after that.
Yeah,
what
she's
if
not
they
coming back?
What if they
either.
do
I
go
don't
back
think.
to the tower in beginning? What if she is back in the tower in the beginning of season 3, and then she goes, takes
Why?
her
I don't like
test, and then leaves
No.
for the waste?
No, boring.
No.
You'd
Same-
you'd rather her not take the accepted
Yes.
test?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
gonna start
Steal-
season 2
steal
and
a-
season through.
Steal a. What
Season 2 and season 3 the exact same way.
do you mean the
It
exact
doesn't
same
make
way?
any sense.
Like they go
doesn't-
to the tower, somebody becomes an accepted. Then they go to the tower, somebody becomes an accepted.
Well, this is
There-
3 episodes later.
It's not happening. It's just not happening.
No,
They're
I
not
don't
going
like
back
that.
to the tower.
No, I don't think so.
They
I think
never-
Egwene's accepted test is going to take place in season 2. While we might
There's-
not see
Season
it,
Season
Why?
2?
Why does she
Yes.
have to have an accepted test?
it's
Like, what is it?
So wait, I just want to say one thing.
what
Dana's saying in chat, Sarah Nakamura talked about returning to this set in season 3, and it is emotional. But I don't know if that technically means, I think other things might happen there that maybe would not be Egwene's test.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they also
I'm not
mentioned
sure.
like it was a very brief appearance in season 3, not like a whole.
so
Yeah.
maybe it's a flashback of Egwene's accepted test.
Maybe, or maybe it's as you conjectured earlier, or somebody else conjectured that that's where they'll meet in Tel Aramriad instead of
The Stone
instead
of
of
Tyr.
Yeah,
instead
I
of
mean,
Son of Tyr.
I wouldn't, if they, listen,
But
there's
would
a
that be a
chance
very
they'll do it
emotional?
and it's amazing and, fine. Like, I'll leave it in their hands. But at this point, like, I would be okay with her and Elaine never becoming accepted. Because
I
I
don't- I
actually
don't
don't
like
think
that.
it matters for the rest of the story.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you how you think it works that season 3 starts off with Egwene's back in the tower.
No.
Rand's in Thom says, I have to go to the waste, but wait, let me go across the let me
That's
stop
not
in
what I'm.
Tarvalon
That's what I'm not.
first.
That was something I posed. I didn't say that's what I think. I said what I think is going to
Right.
happen is it's going to happen in season 2, and we either won't see it or we'll only see a little bit of it.
Maybe. I
Or
just don't know.
maybe they're going to do both of them. Like, we'll get both of their accepted tests at the same time. Like, not that they're taking them at the same time. Like, they literally take them maybe one after another. And they the way they edit it is they go back and forth between the 2 of their accepted tests.
I
And they're keeping,
like that
they're
idea
purposely
too.
keeping Egwene's accepted test secret because Rafe doesn't want to know us. He didn't want to give us that.
But who? I feel like they told us that Egwene was powerful, but like they showed us that Nynaeve was like,
Mhm.
I don't know. Actually, they showed us Egwene too. I don't know. Like, who's more powerful?
Nynaeve is more powerful.
But Egwene healed Nynaeve. I'm like,
She raised her from the dead, right?
right. I didn't want to say it again, but like, that's a big heal for like not knowing how to do that.
Yeah, but
Which is exactly what Nynaeve healed like
That
18
was
people.
that was a Band-Aid they put on a broken leg.
So we're gonna backtrack it now and back to Nynaeve being like really powerful, but she's blocked now, so she can't.
No,
Yeah,
Nynaeve
because
still
she-
be more powerful than Egwene. Nynaeve brought like 8 people back from the dead, basically. What are you
Right.
talking about?
So
Yeah.
if Nynaeve,
Those people were
Egwene only
Yeah.
got one.
they were
Only did one.
almost dead. Nynaeve,
Nynaeve was almost dead too.
then Nynaeve and Egwene shouldn't be taking their accepted test at the same time. If Nynaeve's more powerful, that's what I'm to show.
It's not
that.
by power. It's not how powerful you are. It's how if you're ready for it.
and I mean
And Nynaeve has more control also. Like Egwene's kind of just like, grasping at straws, where Nynaeve has some control over her ability to chat, like her actual flowing
episode 3.
weaving.
What the hell are they going to do in the tower for 2 episodes?
Jen, there's like 1,000 other. You've got Matt's storyline, you've got Rand's storyline, you got Moiraine and
for
Lan's
that, I
storyline.
know, but
you got
they have to
Perrin's
show them.
storyline. You've got to fill
Zoe
all of that
Robbins
stuff.
is third build. She has to be a big part of the show. She's not.
you're gonna
meet
be upset.
Sheriam.
You're gonna establish that she has a block,
Perrin. Yeah, right.
right? You're gonna because they hint at it at the end of the season where she can't listen to the wind anymore
Right.
when they're in Faldara. But you're gonna establish that she has a block. She's gonna be frustrated with it, not being able to deal with it, and not being able to tap into all of her potential or whatever. You're gonna start intrigue with the Amerlin. And I think you're gonna get you're going to get the two of them having to not be special anymore and have to deal with that a little bit. And I think that's your drama for that. And I think finally they're gonna deal with it, and then they're gonna go, okay, well, you really are special, so come on and take an accepted test, even though you've only been here for a couple of months.
You're gonna meet Elaine. You're gonna meet.
Yep.
I don't know. Min could possibly be in the White Tower, and Tarvalon. We're still not sure about that. We've got Sheriam, possibly Varen in there.
Possibly her Elaine's brothers,
Gawain and Galad, Else Treehill. Right. There's going to be some novices. Maybe Alaris. We're going to get in there. So I think we're going to get a lot of.
Are we getting Cho Jang? I can't remember her name. Is it?
Oh yeah, Katie Leung. Yeah, Katie Leung is
Leung.
also in this. We don't know who she is going to be. Oh, she's
she's
Yasika, right? Yasika.
Yasika.
Some Aes Sedai who's long gone. That's referenced in the books, I think. Maybe she's gonna die.
Jeez.
Anyway. Yeah, so I think we've got a lot to do. This could start episode 3. This could be towards the beginning of the episode. Yeah.
It could be the whole episode while other things are going on. You keep going back to it.
They could do that. That's very possible. This leads me to the next photo, which is also from the same episode, and it's of course a photo of Lan. He is on his horse, fully dressed up in his warder garb, out in the forest. He's looking a little distressed. So do you think this shot has anything to do with Nynaeve's accepted test?
No. He doesn't look distressed in Nynaeve's accepted test.
Okay.
I mean, in the book, at least.
Well, yeah, but they could, yeah.
They could change it, but I don't think so. I think this is more of his real storyline.
What do you think he's doing in this scene then?
Finding something bad. He looks he looks like he's seeing something he does not want to see.
Maybe he's finding what is Aldib is Moraine's horse, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Aldib is dead, and remember that whole nighttime scene with the
with we
her
think
falling
Moiraine
off the
getting,
horse or something. Yeah. I mean, he finds Aldib dead and Moiraine is gone.
Maybe this is a cleverly lit set photo. This scene actually takes place at night.
Yes.
That's could be possible.
Not in the daytime as it appears.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm leaning towards it not being part of Nynaeve's accepted test as well. I have no idea though what's going on in this scene.
No, I don't know.
That's the best I can give you. Nothing
good.
Mandarv looks pretty nice though. He's a beautiful horse. I will say that. It's got that beautiful black mane.
Yeah.
Quite a beast. All right. I'm going to move on to the next photo. This one is in episode 4. And this one is of Moiraine. And she is all dressed up. really looking nice, and she's in a really not looking nice place in the background.
It look real nice.
Now, I will say, first thing I thought of in this was, where are the slashes on her dress?
Is that in the front like a slash showing
No,
what's underneath? No,
there's no
Okay.
slash. I don't really care. I know it's people pointing that out. It doesn't really bother me. Does it bother any of you that
No, I
there's no
didn't
carry on and slashes?
Didn't think of
No.
it once.
Or is she foregoing her noble stature and like refusing to wear the slashed? Maybe.
She almost looks like she's in like a kimono style kind of like with the sleeves. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, right. Go ahead.
But she's
Tom,
got
sorry.
big puff sleeves underneath the white.
yeah, there is
pants
a
are
element
puffy.
of that in
Yeah.
carrion and culture.
Okay.
It's like a
So
French
it's not
Asian, like, you know.
French and Japanese kind of combined.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So someone pointed out too, if you zoom in her what did you call it? I'm blanking on the name of the thing right now. Her
The
stone,
belts.
her Kisera.
Oh,
Right?
quinceañera.
It's
Quinceañera.
yeah, she's 15. So that's different. And so
Yeah.
people, is this current? Is this a flashback? Is this her, or is it just like she got a new setting for it?
Yeah, you're right. Doesn't hang as low as it used to.
The setting for the stone is different too. The chain,
Oh, is it?
and like
That's her like her noble.
Her fancy
Yeah.
quinceañera. Maybe the production people lost the old one and they had to replace it.
No.
And
Or they
did
had
a
a
really
new
bad
costume
job.
designer and they just did it over for this.
yes,
Yeah.
That's more likely what it is. It's just like, well, we tweaked it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to tweak. But yeah. I noticed that too. It was much higher up. I thought she was just kind of wearing it differently because maybe she was like in her fancy dress. So like she pulled it back a little bit more. So it was higher up on her head.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible. Do you want to point out what somebody believes is who somebody believes is in the background of this photo?
Before we get to that, I just want to ask one question. Where do you think this is taking place?
The Foregate.
Yeah.
So you think this is Kyrian?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm starting to confuse myself, right? Because I agree with you, right? This also looks like the shots that we got in the BTS footage, and I think the sneak peek where the explosions were happening.
Mm-hmm.
It looks similar to that. It also looks similar to that leaked set footage of a woman who we are positing as Lanfear. It looks similar to that. But then, you know what bothers me? We get some of those shots with like Perrin and the Shinarans, and they look like they're in a place kind of like this as well. A little bit different, but am I just crazy thinking that those two are kind of mixed up, or are those two distinct locations?
I don't think the picture that's in here of Perrin looks anything.
No.
Like,
like the stuff from the BTS stuff, and
I don't know.
No,
They could be
to me it looked
there,
different
too.
enough.
I don't know.
I know there was Shanshin in those shots though, so I doubt Shanshin are in Kyrian, and I'm very confident that this is Moraine and Kyrian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm lost. Tom, go ahead.
You're right. This could be a flashback. I don't know. I never thought of that, but well, she has a nice to die ring, so it had to be before.
Yeah, she never goes
It
back
couldn't be
to
before she went to the tower. Yeah.
She never had gone back to Kyrian, right? Since she left to go to the tower. This is like her first trip back there, I think, right?
I don't know.
We'll see what they say in the show, but yeah, so I think this is Carrie, and I think this is the Foregate. I don't think that I think I know what images you're talking about. I don't think that they look exactly the same. Maybe they use the same set and redressed it or whatever, but like I don't think that Perrin and the Shinarans fight Shanshin or Whitecloaks or anybody in Carrion. I think that they're going to be I don't think they see Shanshin until they get to Toman Head, right? Like the Shanshin are not going to be invading all of the Westlands.
No, right? I agree.
So,
you notice a lot of people.
I think it's.
Go ahead. Sorry. No, go ahead.
Yeah. So I don't. I'm not as worried about that. I think that this is. again, I don't know what Maureen is doing in Carrie-Anne or why she's there or what her goal is, or why she would even deign to be in the foregate. It doesn't seem like the kind of place that she would want to hang out in if she had the choice.
Yeah, that's a good question. Why is she in the foregate? Is it just she's just walking through to get to? I mean, you have to walk through the foregate to get into the city proper, right?
It's true.
I noticed that a lot of people in this photo are wearing blue, by the way. The two people on the left are wearing blue. There's a guy on the right wearing blue. And then there's a guy all the way on the right who looks like it's wearing blue. And Tom, this was what you were talking about, right?
Mhm.
Yes. There's a guy. I can't tell if that's blue or a deep gray and just like a filter or just the way the light is hitting it. But there is a guy there, and that jacket's cut and style are very similar to Pat Fane's, and his hair is not dissimilar to Pat Fane. Now, looking at it right now, not on Twitter, I guess. I don't know if this is Pat Fane, but it could be, which I think would be interesting.
I'm looking at Entertainment Weekly. I don't see the guy's head on
Yeah,
this.
because okay, so this is what I learned today. The Entertainment weekly photos are a bit cropped. So you get a lot of the sides are being cut off. So if you go onto the Amazon Studios press page.
What is that?
What is that?
What's the link for it?
Here, I'll put it in the
You go to
chat.
Watch Series and you can see it there, Jen.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh yeah, they also posted, I think, the pictures from there, but I'll put it in chat for those of you.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing is they're not in like higher definition and you can't download them because they're blocked. Well, I was able to download them, but yeah.
Okay.
So you can see there are much wider shots. It led me to a loony theory that eventually I realized was totally wrong, because when I saw the picture on one of the other pictures on here, I was like, oh, nope, that's not that. So yeah, I don't think that's Fane either. I mean, somebody had posted this on Twitter as well, and I sent back a shot of Fane from the BTS footage of him walking from behind the building. The coat looks very different, and also I think the hair looks different as well. So
yeah, I mean, he could get a haircut, but it's tough to say. It could be him, but I think the coloring looks different. Like, I think this person
that's hard to tell.
Is lighter in pigmentation.
I'm also thinking that the coat definitely looks different. And because like Fane's coat is very like snug up top.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy's coat looks kind of baggy and loose. Not as well tailored as Pat Fane.
I also hope Pat Fane doesn't get a haircut. It's a very Christopher Walken-esque hairstyle that he has in season 1. And I just like to keep that rocking the whole way there.
Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still not sure what Maureen's going to do in Carrie-Anne. I mean, we know Barthanas is in there, so I imagine he's going to be present. We had that other shot in one of the video footage clips of that gray-haired person walking in the garden, and what looked like the archway over the entrance was possibly a sun. Could have been Rising Sun of Carrie-Anne, so maybe that's part of it. I don't know what she's confronting from her past, though. And I don't know if this is like her getting her power back or unshielded.
I don't know if she will be unshielded until like the end of the season.
What is she going to do? What's going to be her big moment that she gets unshielded for? Right? Because if she's going to get unshielded and they're going to keep it to the end, that means she's going to do something pretty epic when she gets unshielded, right?
I actually honestly said, like, no, Rand's going to kill Ishii and then she'll not be shielded anymore. And I don't know if that's how it works in the books.
No, actually, it doesn't. I think once you tie off a weave, I think...
Yeah, it's just tied, yeah.
It's tied, even if they're dead, unless you use Balefire. But it'd have to be pretty powerful Balefire to go back months.
Yeah, that would be probably bad.
And can the Dark One even? I don't remember. Can the Dark One bring someone back who's been backfired?
I don't think so.
No.
No, right? Because he wasn't able to bring
Ravine or
Samael, right?
Asmodean.
But
Yeah. So I don't know. That's a good So here's the thing. I wouldn't mind if that's one of the one power mechanics they changed. Was that if someone ties something off and they die, it becomes untied. I would be fine with that. Much more than some of the other changes they made in season 1. So yeah, I don't know what she's facing, like what she's gonna do in Kyrian. Not sure.
I mean, she mentions in the first season that she's from a fallen house.
Mhm.
So it could just be dealing with the politics there and everything like that. Like, she had made reference in her little teaser at Comic-Con with where she also mentioned that Forsaken would be in this season, that like about the game of houses and how Carrion in the like nobility is very, very, I don't know, the politics there is very, very intricate or whatever.
Mhm.
So I imagine we're gonna see a lot of that.
Yeah, so here we go. Here's an idea I'm going to throw out there. We saw those explosions. We're like thinking Illuminators probably. We're pretty sure Rand is going to meet up with Moiraine and Lan at some point. Probably, and we think Lanfear might be in Kyrian, and we think Rand is in Kyrian too. So I'm going to guess there's going to be a meetup between them all. Does Rand meet Lanfear before he gets to Kyrian, on the way to Kyrian, possibly?
I think so.
Moiraine and Lan go there. Do they not know that Rand's there? Like, I don't know. What are you thinking? Do you think they just meet up by happenstance, a Taviran thing? Or do you think Moiraine knows that Rand's there and that's why she goes there and that she has to face her past? Like, that's part of going to Kyrian. She's like, I have to go to Kyrian, so I'm going to have to face my family and my past. There's going to be no way around it.
No, I think that Moiraine and Lan are going to do something else at the beginning of the season. Rand's going to be with Lanfear, and then I think they are just going to meet up in Kyrian, like randomly.
Ooh. Jason's in Discord saying that Moraine's new dress looks like the woman who was in that leaked video, right? With the long sleeves.
What leaked video?
The one we were talking about, we thought was Lanfear, or possibly Lanfear.
Oh, walking in the background?
Yeah.
Okay. Could be.
I feel like I don't have to go back and look at it. I feel like the bottom part of the dress was not as wide as the one Moraine's wearing right now.
I don't know. I'm dying to move on to the next picture.
All right. Let's move on to the next picture.
I'm like, you guys staring.
I didn't propose my idea.
Okay, well.
Because I started to, and then I got sidetracked with questions. So they meet up in Kyrian. We get a Trolloc attack, right? We get Barthanes. We get a Trolloc attack, that's the explosions, the Illuminators and whatnot. And that's the events that go on to Kyrian. They have to haul tail and get out of there because of that. And I don't know what leads them to fall, though. That part I haven't figured out yet.
Maybe they go through, maybe they do the portal stone with Moiraine instead of Eren. Maybe like the three of them go through the portal stone or something.
It's possible. Very,
or
very
the way
possible.
gate in the jungle. I don't know.
That's interesting. I don't know. I'm going to jump on to the next photo, Jen, because I know you really want to go to it. All right. So this is from episode 205. We've got a photo here with Ishamael, Loyal behind him. We're guessing Soroth in the middle. And then we've identified the woman on the left as Jessica Boone, who is wife of Guy Roberts, a.k.a. Uno, who we knew, right? We had heard reports, I think, from Watt series that she was spotted with the side of her head shaved. And we all said Sean Chen. And here we are with her head shaved. I guess I'll get first thoughts, Jen, since you were eager about this one.
Like, what is Ishamael doing there? That was my first thought. I was like, not what is he doing there, but like walking right out in the open with everybody. Like,
Yeah, that's the
shocking.
surprising
They have
part.
Loyal as that's the most surprised. Then they have Loyal as like a servant.
Yeah.
Yeah, just seeing him there, I was like, okay, this is like crazy.
I've got some thoughts. Right, if we get the Dark One social in the beginning, my guess is Soroth is one of the people there.
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just kind of checking in on her. We might see him check in on some other people. Loyal. So I did some snooping. I went to look up some Sean Chen clothing just to see if I can get an idea of what Loyal is wearing and why he's wearing it. So Dal Kovale, right? We remember the Dal Koval or Dal Kovale wear that like very sheer garb whenever we see them.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently when that's only indoors. When they are outside, they wear thick white robes on top of that. Now, these robes aren't exactly white. They're like a little bluish color, but this is possible that he is a slave now, or they enslaved him, made him Dal Kovale, although I find that weird with an Ogier. I don't think they would do that with Ogier, but are you on that? Are you with me on that?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess they've enslaved him. This is episode 5. So this is Falma.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we're already in Falma. Falma.
Loyal's there. That means Perrin
Loyal's
is there.
been enslaved already. Perrin's somewhere. Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah.
And Perrin he doesn't know this version of Shamael, I guess so. The only one who would know him is Rand.
Yeah, and Moraine.
And Moraine. Yeah.
So we do know.
Yeah, I could see. I could see, like, the Sean should attack. And he's captured, and Perrin's going to try and rescue him, and that's why Perrin's like, that's what Perrin's doing in the back half, is like figuring out how to get in and get him. And I guess aligning himself with Aiel as well as whatever Shinarans are left to do so.
So, right, we do get that footage in the season 2 sneak peek, right, of Loyal tied up.
Yeah.
Right. So we kind of I think that jibes with this.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We also saw right in that clip, or I think that it could have been the BTS footage of Perrin getting dragged off as well. And it looked like other people getting dragged off in the background. So I almost want to say that they all get captured, or a bunch of them get captured, and we're only seeing Loyal because he was the only one made Dal Koval, maybe because he was an Ogier. I don't know. Do you think Perrin and the others are captured at this point?
No.
Or get captured?
No, I don't think that Perrin's captured for the back half of the season.
Yeah, because then remember there's the other scene where at the end of the footage of the BTS where you see like Perrin and Loyal in the background, and there's a Sean Chin soldier like swinging his sword down on somebody, like he's like execution
I
style.
remember it, but I think that Perrin has to do too many things in this season and meet with too many people and have too many interactions for all of those things to be in the first 4 episodes. So I don't think he's captured. I think somehow he escapes. And I think that plays off also what you're seeing in a later image here. I think that Loyal is captured, and he is going to fit the Bail Doman role of you will entertain me by telling me stories.
So there's another person standing next to Loyal behind Soroth there that we really can't see his face much. Could that be Bail Doman? I mean, was it Julian?
I threw that out there and got shut down.
I don't think that's him. Julian, I can't remember his full name. I feel like this guy looks a bit younger than him. I mean, Julian could
You could see
dye his
half
hair.
of his face. Not
Yeah.
even. See like the edge of his face.
It
Are
looks
those
good.
horns like her hair, or is that just like part of the helmet?
No, I think that's part of the helmet.
Okay, I couldn't tell.
She would have her head shaved
Oh, okay. Like fully
as
shaved.
one of the blood.
Okay.
Yeah, cool costumes. We got the fingernails, the lacquered
Yeah.
long fingernails, as well. I want to point out too, on Jessica Boone on the left, she has the right side of her head shaved. So she's likely Sojin, which is still, I think, a slave, but like a she's property, but much more higher up property.
Mm-hmm.
And according to Shan Chen customs, the shaved right side of the head with the braided the rest of the hair means voice of the throne. If the left side of the head shaved, it's voice of the blood, which seems more fitting here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they changed just the side of the heads to shave.
Maybe this photo is a mirror image.
Yeah, maybe it's
Yeah, it could also just be that.
You think they would do that?
See.
Also, is it just me, or does it look like she has black eyes?
Yeah, it does look like that.
Like
She's got heavy eye makeup on, and because
her
she's
eyes
looking
are
down,
closed?
her eyes, she's looking down.
Okay.
Yeah, if you zoom in on that, she is looking down at the ground, and she's got heavy black eye makeup, like eyeshadow on, which is what I think you're seeing.
Yeah, she looked like, what was the bass player in Limp Bizkit? Is that the guy?
Wes.
There's the whole
Bentley.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think it's Wes Bentley. That's an actor.
No.
Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
No. Keep trying.
Wes Welker. Wesley from Mr. Belvedere. I don't know.
Wesley, the Prince and the Princess Bride.
Right.
Yeah. No, I don't remember his name. Yeah, so I wonder, she's voice of the blood. You think she's Surath's voice?
Yeah.
Yes.
It makes sense. She's walking with her. Yeah, well, Shamael, man, what is he doing there? Like right out in the open.
Yeah, I don't know. And they're still calling him the Dark One.
What is the Dark One doing there?
Well, they haven't revealed anything different yet.
Sorry.
So somebody, I'm stealing this idea. This is not my idea, and I don't remember who had it. So I apologize. I think it's a good enough idea that I'm stealing it, folks. Someone said he's not really there, and this is showing his, like, he's projecting
Influence.
himself there.
No.
Yeah, it's showing his influence. Like, he's just like the only person who sees him is Surath.
I don't like that.
I don't think that's true.
I like that because they do that at the social, right?
But she's not even looking in his direction. So how would they like show that on?
Because if she was talking to him like that, everyone thinks she was crazy, so she's gonna act normal while he tells her what to do or whatever. I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm not saying I would mind if that's what it is, because I think that showing that he's everywhere or can be anywhere or whatever, like, I think that's a kind of a cool thing for the Dark One's forces to be able to do.
I don't know. The Forsaken always like, I like, they're still human though.
Yeah.
And like everything they're doing is like through channeling.
Right.
Yeah.
But they just have like extra power. So
They're
like,
just really strong.
how would he can like make himself invisible to everyone, except that's a thing that he could do?
Yeah, they do that with the Rand does that. He makes men invisible.
Only one person could see him. That's what I'm saying.
You would have to create you have to create it so that like almost like it's a 3-way invisibility and like one way that's not. But anyone,
or she knows he's there, but he's invisible.
Yeah, it could be more that.
And he could like mumble to her or something, and no one like really knows. I don't like that. I like it.
I don't think that's. I think he's there.
Yeah. All right. I mean,
I guess they just didn't want to hire this actor for like one more episode of season 2, so they're giving him like a little bit more to do here, and then then they'll finish with him. Hopefully.
Well, we don't know. He could be playing Moradin as well.
Maybe. You're right.
We don't know what their plans are for that. I would like to point out two things. One, the curvy, pointy Shanshan boots that all the soldiers are wearing.
Yes.
And then also that the Dark One, or Ishamael there, he's got that weird looking finger ring. It's not like a one finger ring. It's a ring that goes around a couple of fingers, which I think he had. Did he have that in season 1?
I don't know.
I failed to go back. I was so many things I was looking at. Yeah.
But they definitely had it in the Age of Legends.
Yeah, I heard someone say that both Luz Theron and Latra Posei had them on.
Okay.
Right.
Are they, you think they're like Angriel?
Someone posited that that's what Aes Sedai wore then.
That's just a style, the Aes Sedai style?
No, like that's the Aes Sedai ring in the Age of Legends.
Oh. That's weird. I didn't notice. Were they wearing regular other Aes Sedai? Were they wearing Aes Sedai rings?
No. We're wearing those.
Because they didn't have the Ajahs like they were saying.
That's weird, but all fashion's weird.
But Ajahs didn't exist back in the Age of Legends. Like those
right,
types
so they wouldn't
of,
have rings with stones in them.
They could just have rings. Like
everyone could just have
the
like
books.
the same ring.
Maybe all rings
What,
in the
Joe?
Age of Legends were four finger
Like
rings.
a bracelet ring.
Yeah.
A 4-fingered ring.
It really is
brass
just a
knuckles.
bracelet that you're not putting like over your
Yeah,
thumb.
right.
Brass knuckles.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Did Loyal have shoes in the first season?
Yes, he wore boots.
Yes.
So they're just like treating him like an absolute animal right now.
They took his shoes. They took his shoes.
Awful. They give him like this really fancy, beautiful outfit, and then they won't let him wear shoes.
And look at those.
Slave.
It's disgusting.
Look at those platforms that Jessica Boone's wearing too.
I can't zoom in on this picture. It's killing me.
Yeah.
Well,
That's cool.
That's a
That's
a you problem.
It is. It is a me problem, but it's pretty cool.
Anything else, you guys? We could talk about this picture for hours. I feel like.
Yeah, I know.
So I will say this, right? People have posited that the fingernails are ornamental, and they can slip off because there's like little
there's a lot of
ornamental things that they have over the top of their fingers. But Torok fights with those on. They're not ornamental.
Yeah, there was a lot about the fingernails. Like I saw someone say like they take them off when they're not in public and like they're not really fingernails. Like someone said they could be like shredded horns or something like that, or made from that.
I think they're going to be fingernails.
I think they're fingernails. I think the reason that they have those things on is because she couldn't really grow her fingernails that long and they needed something strong to hold them on. So they just made it like part of like the jewelry that she wears. But it's really
it could be so it doesn't just like break at the at the just ripple. It's like holding it on there. At least this part won't break, and then if it breaks, it'll just keep growing.
And then we did talk about how they changed the fingers. Like it's in the books, it's the pinky and ring finger that they.
And they're only an inch long.
Yeah, they're not. Yes, they're long, like in the fact of a few inches, not a foot. I
guess it's a visual medium. You got to show it.
In real life, if you grow your fingernails that long, they start curling and become. Have you ever seen those like Guinness Book of World Records?
So they don't curl.
Oh, is that what the lacquer is to prevent them from curling?
Well, I guess now you can say that. That's not what it is originally.
They both walk like this.
They're like, remember that show Nails with Nicey Nash? We have to have them at least 3 times as long.
Yeah. Have you ever seen like the Guinness Book of World Records? They're like
curly.
Yeah, they just curl all over the place. They're pretty gross. It is ski bots. I agree with you there on that one. So the fact that Sorath, in the books, Sorath is not as Torok outranks her, right? Torok's the one who's leading the Karen, the Karena, Kareni, whatever you want to call it. So do you think we're still going to get that dynamic in season 2, where like Sorath is a high lady, but the Torok's the one in charge?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to ask one more thing about this. Is Padden Fane in Falm, you think, too?
Yeah.
Or does it get there at some point, I guess? Maybe not in
I think he comes.
5.
He comes.
I think he comes with a knife and the horn.
Okay. Well, yeah, I feel like we got something that said that he was another hint that the horn was going to be blown. I forget what it was.
The teaser?
No, I feel like it was something recently. And I was
Right.
like,
No, the words in the video.
oh,
video?
yes, we didn't talk about that.
Yes.
No,
that
that was going to be next.
No, I forgot to put it on the list. I knew there was
Well,
something
I
else
was going to talk
forgetting.
about. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that after this.
Okay.
All right. Another thing I want to point out too, I forgot also, because I keep saying that. One more thing. I feel like you, Tom.
Well, both.
The swords. Don't the Shanshin have like curved blades on their sword, right? Their swords have curved blades.
Oh, yeah.
Not here.
Yeah. I know the
They're also
cavalry
not
do.
wearing the like insectoid.
They got
helmets.
they got insectoid looking helmets. It's a little
They're not like.
No, but they're supposed to have like two things coming up over the top.
like
aren't
the
they?
antenna, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought it looked like.
Yeah.
I mean, they're scary as hell, but
Yeah, they're cool.
they have
looking.
like face makeup, and it like the face makeup like melds into the armor, kind of like.
Yeah.
But
I'm really digging these face pieces that Soroth and her
Yeah.
voice are wearing, like the thing that Jessica Boone's wearing, that metal cage over her
So
face as
awesome.
well.
yeah.
And the way her hair is like in two giant rollers.
Uh-huh.
No,
Um,
I love the fact that like you literally can't look at them.
Right.
Yeah. Very cool. I really dig these Shanshin costumes and the noble blood costumes. They're really cool. And I don't know. Shamael looks at a place, but if he's supposed to look at a place, I feel like he's in almost like a steampunk kind of Victorian movie or something going on here.
So Brendan, friend of the show, he's a co-host, Brendan, right, pointed out when he saw these photos how happy he was that he still dresses like he's from the future.
Oh, yes. That's what I'm saying. He looks like a Victorian steampunk character or something like that.
He is from the
Yeah, he's from the
end of the
future.
future, past future.
The past, future, yeah.
Future past, please.
Oh.
Okay, sorry.
Wheel of Time, Season 2, Days of Future Past.
Yes.
All right. I'll move on to the next photo to move us
Okay.
along here. All right. We're jumping into episode 8. Right. So we didn't get anything from episode 2 or 6. We got 2 pictures from episode 1, 2 pictures from episode 3. And now we're going to get into episode 8, where we also have 2 pictures.
So nothing 6 or 7.
Oh, sorry. 7. Yeah. I missed 7. Sorry. All right. Here we go. This is a fun one. We've got Perrin, Aviendha, and Massima, and also most likely Loyal.
Yes.
As well. We see Loyal's arm, which I had interpreted as Shamael's arm because the picture and whatever the cropping, but whatever. This is a great picture. This is Falm, right? I mean,
Yes.
Yes.
I could just stare at Aviendha's costume like for hours. That Kaiden Sor and her whole costume is amazing. I love this. I love the way they made the Aiel look.
Yeah.
When I first saw this picture, I totally missed the spear, and I thought that her hand was in her shirt.
Oh.
And I thought she was like pulling something out of her shirt. I didn't realize she's like the opposite way, like throwing a spear.
No, she's about to fuck somebody up.
Yeah.
She's got a veil on.
Massima, this is why I think there's a rescue plan in play here.
Mm-hmm.
Because Massima is dressed up like a Shanshin guard.
Yes, isn't that great?
It is great, and I think that's what I'm saying. The like Perrin, this is Perrin taking leadership is the back half of this.
This is a rescue mission.
Like this is what we're gonna do. We're not only gonna get the horn, we're gonna rescue him, right?
Yeah.
And he's gonna take control over it. And like that's his thing, right? So although he does look like completely
Shocked.
He looks like he looks like he pooped his pants.
You know why? I tell you what he's looking at.
What?
Damane?
Whitecloaks.
What?
I think he's looking at
Whitecloaks?
Whitecloaks coming into the into the walls of Falm. And I'll tell you why when we look at the next picture, we talk about the stuff that you did, Joe, today in research.
I want to talk a little bit more about their expressions, right? So Perrin looks like he pooped his pants. Avienda's ready, throwing down. She's got the dagger out in one hand and going for the spear. A little bit just more about a costume, right? She's even got like, it almost looks like a bit of a ghillie suit, like the material that's over some of it, like for camouflaging. She's got like the wrist guard strap on it for her bow. She's got her veil up, loving everything. The knife, even the sheath for the knife's got some little scroll work on it, artwork on it, which is beautiful. And then I'll jump down to Massima, who he's got the stink face on.
Yeah.
He's ready to throw down as well. He's like, that's a good question. Is this Whitecloaks entering, or I was thinking Damane maybe Ogier Gardeners coming up. Death Watch Guard.
No, I think Ogier Gardeners are a reveal for later seasons. But I don't think if they know what Damane are, they aren't like, yeah, let's fight them with a sword. Like Aviendha might be like, I'll just hit him with a spear, but everyone else would be like, let's book. I think that, I think that like Perrin is going to be dealing with the fact that he's killed some of these people already, and now here they are back again.
Maybe it's the heroes of the horn coming in.
Oh.
I don't know why Aviendha might just be like ready to throw down. She doesn't know who it is, but
yeah. I want to go back to what you said, Tom. So you're saying that Perrin does not meet up with the Whitecloaks until Falm?
No. I'm saying, I again, and this was my take on this. They fight the Whitecloaks when they rescue the Aiel. That's when Elias dies and Perrin kills somebody. Right? Now the Aiel are traveling with them because they feel like Aviendha feels like she owes Perrin. Right. Great. You can help me in this rescue mission I'm going to do. They're in the middle of they've gotten loyal. All right, let's get out. And then the Whitecloaks come in, and that's his face.
What's Perrin's part of the rescue mission? Like Massima's dressed up, and Perrin's just like standing there.
Perrin's got no weapon.
Yeah, right. He's just like
he's the leader. He's the one like shouting
orders. What's he doing though? He doesn't go with them because he's not dressed up.
I don't know. Well, Aviendha doesn't either.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe Massima went ahead.
Massima's like coming out of that archway with Loyal, like I got him.
Yeah,
maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like we're gonna sneak in.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Han Chewie thing, and you guys are gonna pretend that you've got me as a prisoner too. We're gonna,
Yeah.
Oh! I was thinking that maybe Massima went in like ahead of time to go scout the place out and dressed up as a Shanshan, went in there to see what was going on, where Loyal is. So then they came back and like, okay, this is where Loyal is. All right, this is the plan. Let's go. And they all go in. I don't know. I don't know. We're not going to find out, but not until.
I mean, we will eventually.
August. We'll find out in August.
Oh, this will be solid.
September, October.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. This is episode 8.
October.
We won't find out. Well, we might have an idea though of what's going on before then.
We should have an idea. Yeah. Well, I have an idea now, but like whether it's right or good is the question.
I love that Massima's wearing the Shanshan armor. I remember seeing this and be like,
great.
Wait a second, why is he wearing Shanshan armor? Unless he swore, maybe they swore the oaths and he joined the Shanshan army, quote unquote. To go in undercover. He's like, yeah, I'll swear the oaths to live. No. Right, because so we got the scene, right? I'm going to bring it back up again, right? That we saw in the end of the BTS footage of Perrin and Loyal standing there, and we think somebody else. I thought we saw Massima as well standing in the background there, and the Shanshan guy, like soldier, going to kill somebody, and they were back there, like they were kind of being held.
Yeah.
So maybe they swear the oaths,
and then they're allowed to be.
I can't see Aviendha swearing the oaths.
I can't see any of the Shinarans doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Well, I mean, they're gonna die, right? You think they just say, "Okay, we'd rather die than swear the oaths"?
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're
Yeah.
Borderlanders.
That's true.
So yeah, I don't know.
All right. All right. We'll find out in October or the end of September. Early October. There's one more picture I want to talk about. This is also episode 8, and this is Rand al'Thor cloaked up with the sword sticking out of his back, looking like he means business.
Yep.
I'll just get into it, right? I was looking for, through the BTS footage and through the sneak peek footage, to find out if there were any other Seanchan shots of like someone dressed like Jessica Boone's costume, like maybe other Sojin or Dakoval or whatever. Specifically looking for that one shot of the woman who was with Torok. I couldn't remember what she was wearing. So I went back to that shot in the BTS footage, and lo and behold, I spotted something. Now, remember in this shot, there was that person who was standing way towards the top of the shot, looking out of the fortress that they were in, or the courtyard that they were in through the archway. And we were debating whether it was Pad and Fane or a crew member, because it looked like they might have been wearing jeans and like blue jeans and boots. That person was wrapped up with the hood on, all cloaked up, and lo and behold, right next to those arches are the same two, I don't know what they are, statues or whatever they are, that's behind Rand.
Mm-hmm.
That was Rand.
Yeah.
I'm 100% positive it's Rand. You even see the Seanchan banners in the background that are in that same shot, which means this is a shot of Rand he's facing Torok and some Seanchan soldiers right now.
Right now. Awesome.
And so this is what I was talking about before, about why I think that it is the Whitecloaks coming in. Because here, he's facing the Seanchan.
Mm-hmm.
And in that shot, he's facing the same direction as the Seanchan, as they're all looking back towards the gate with plumes of like dust coming up. So I think however this is going to work out, he's coming in to have his reckoning alone, like a crazy go nuts person. And then all of a sudden, all the Whitecloaks come in to try and charge, and they all turn around, and everyone goes, this is when things go to heck.
All right,
so I think like they're all stunned and turned around to see what that is.
All right, I've got two things here. One, I was debating something similar, like why was he facing the other way in the BTS shot? It's a BTS shot. Maybe they weren't filming. That was kind of in between. That's possibility, right? I'm not 100% saying that that's what's happening. My other question though is why is Rand going to fight Torok?
Mm-hmm.
Or where's Rand going? Is Rand going there to fight Torok, or is he going to get his friend? Like, what is he doing?
Yeah, I think it's more. I mean, whatever. Who knows? But I think he's got to do something. He's got to be good. He can't be at this point. I think, well, I'll go kill this guy. I think it's got to be like, I have to get the horn back. I have to get the dagger back. I have to save somebody who's captured there. Whatever.
Yeah.
I guess he knows. He would know about the horn at this point.
What? But is he meeting up with Perrin like before this? You think?
No, Moraine would tell him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he fights Turok like.
Although I don't know how Moraine
Turok
would know
gets
about
it his
the horn.
way in the book,
Yes.
right? Like it's not like a showdown. Like it is, but it's not like a plan.
No, I know. But
dramatic.
where's he going? What is Rand's plan right now? Like
I don't even know why why is he here? Other than maybe Ishi's like sending him dreams, like speaking to him in his dreams, and kind of lures him here and says like we have to
like
have
Bilal.
a showdown, and Turok's like the secondary boss before you get through to like
the pre-boss.
Shamiel. Yeah, I don't know.
Also, just like
he's a red name.
Rand doesn't just walk up on Torok just like alone. There's also like 6 or 8
there's a
of
bunch
his
of
guardsmen there.
Yeah. Good
like he just walks up. He walks up. To me, he looks like someone was saying he's in his Anakin phase. But to me, he looks like Luke in Return of the Jedi, where he just like, well, I'm just gonna walk into Jabba's palace and kill all of his guys and rescue my friends. Like that's That's a normal thing for me to do.
Yeah, this is what he's doing. If we look at that BTS footage, when they pan overhead, it's just the one guy, Rand, standing at the end, and then there's just Turok walking out and a bunch of his soldiers and some other woman who I'm not really sure who she was. Yeah, it's like Rand just walked on up and was like, I'm coming through, you guys, to go wherever I want to go, which is I don't know where. I don't know what he's going in there for. So I was kind of curious as to what's the setup for this scene.
Oh, maybe the door frame is in there, and he knows, like, Turok has the door frame, and and Moraine tells him he has to go through that. They have to go through that door frame, so he's trying to get to it.
So he just walks right through the middle and says, "I'm going to kill a bunch of people to get to the door frame."
Well, he's like, I got to get to the door frame, so whoever's in my way is going to get killed.
I can see it being something where he finds out, like Joe, to your point, that they have the like the same thing. Like he's doing all this, like he had to get the horn, but he's trying to get the dagger back to heal Matt. Like, and like if it's Loyal or Matt cannot be completely healed until they get that dagger back, I can see him doing, well, then I'm gonna go in and get it. And I do think it's possible that like they do meet up. Like he meets up with Perrin before this, and it's like, oh, you have a plan? Well, I'll cause a real distraction. Right?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not.
And if he knows that Egwene's, if he finds out that Egwene's there,
yes,
and she's captured,
yes,
then he's going, oh, well, I guess I'm going to be killing everybody.
Yeah.
Like that is a Rand al'Thor reaction, I think.
Yes, I agree. I think it's Egwene that he's going for. It has to be Loyal. From what we've seen in the show, he barely knows Loyal.
Yeah, I know.
It's got to be Egwene, or like you said, the dagger, and he needs to get it back for Matt's whole thing. But I'm gonna guess Egwene. He's going through there to try to get to Egwene. So,
I just I don't know. I don't even want him and Egwene to be like a thing anymore.
It's not, but she's trapped. It's one of his Two Rivers companions, his good friends, and she's been captured and enslaved. You don't think it would still make him mad?
We don't need him to do that. We have
also she's a woman, and that's all Rand needs to just completely like she can't. There's no possible way that she could do anything without me doing it.
Do you think they might change that part of his personality for the show?
I don't know.
They already have. I mean, we didn't see any of that in season 1. So
yeah.
They just yelled at each other a lot.
But just this whole thing about like
killing women.
Women die, it's worse, and I have to remember all their names, and I don't know
the list.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm sorry. I just I like having Nynaeve get Egwene back and let him do something else.
Well, I mean, Egwene really frees herself, doesn't she?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he is. I think that I think everyone's going to have a part to play. And they did. I mean, if they took away him doing everything at the Eye of the World, they're not going to make him do everything at the end of this one, right? Yeah. He's going to have his part to play, and it's basically fighting and killing dudes.
Well, yeah, he's going to fight two big dudes.
Yeah, that's it. That's you guys do the stuff. I'm going to take care of the mini boss and the boss. Like that's
So you think this is the fight right now? Like this is the scene, right? They're going to fight right out there on that courtyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to get distracted, and then they're going to fight anyway.
Like the white guards will start fighting the white cloaks, and then Rand and Turok will go.
Yeah.
How is Turok going to fight?
It's got to get crazy enough there that Matt thinks it's a good idea to blow the horn. Like it can't be
one more army can't hurt.
Right.
Like
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, and as you mentioned before, Turok's gonna fight with those nails, which is that's an interesting thing. Those nails are getting cracked during the fight. That's all I'm gonna say. Like
he's like Vega.
I hope Rand steps on them.
Oh,
he curb stomps.
He curb stomps them. You know,
he curb stomps his fingernails.
Yeah, I think it's a cool way to kind of like. That's a good visual way to like I don't know, like. Show I don't respect your power.
Yeah. Oh no, he's gonna cut those fingernails off with his sword, I think.
I think you're gonna cut off a lot with this sword.
um. All right, so yeah, this is it. I mean, Rand's got the I mean business face. This is I'm
He
about to
does.
get into a fight face. So I think that's it. I think this is the fight between him and Torak. So here's my next question. I have a lot of questions. I like to ask questions. How does Rand defeat a Blade Master when we haven't seen him ever use a sword?
It's gonna be trained.
We trained.
By who?
Lan.
We're gonna get this land. We're gonna get it.
Yes.
Did you get
Yes.
land trading him?
Yeah.
You're gonna get it, Joe.
Ah, give it to
You're
me.
gonna get it.
Give
And
it to
Lan's gonna
me.
Give it to you.
Give it to
You're gonna
me.
Love it.
Give it to me, General. That's commercial.
Yeah, definitely getting trained by Lan.
Yeah. We did see a shot of Land training in in the BTS or one of the sneak peek of the BTS footage. So maybe Rand's there and we just didn't see him in the shot.
Possible.
Yeah. Cool. All right. That concludes our photos and entertainment weekly portion of the night. Now you think we were like, oh, that's a lot of news. We're done with that. Tom, before we go to the next piece, please, let's talk about that short little coming soon or coming September 1st clip.
Yes. So after this was released, a little bit while afterwards, the Wheel-of-Time social media accounts put out a new Ouroboros teaser with a slightly revised logo of the Wheel of Time. Just saying that it will be coming out on September 1st, official. But right before it faded to black, briefly something appeared, like for a quarter of a second. And if you caught that and you stopped it at the right time, you would see writing that was in the old tongue. And that writing translated basically is the writing that is on the Horn of Valir, which says the grave is no bar to my call. Which to me, like, there you go. In case you didn't think it was happening, it's happening.
The horn will be blown. That's
Horn will be
confirmation for me. That's
Yeah.
confirmation. That's
Yes.
episode 8 title. The grave is no bar to my call. You with me?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's a great segue into our next piece of news, which is episode titles were posted on Twitter by at Sappho's Hands and at Rational Nerd. Reportedly, these came from the WGA, that's the Writers Guild Association website. And it was a list of episode titles. It included season 1 episode titles and some new episode titles, which we are presuming for season 2. There were only 6 of them, though, for season 2, so it wasn't all 8 of them. Not sure what that means. Right, so I'm going to go through these. The first one was A Taste of Solitude, which is something we had already gotten and was confirmed. I think Rafe had shared that, or it might have been the official account shared that a while ago. That is episode 201. That is a chapter title that we talked about back at the time that we found this out. It's from Lord of Chaos, chapter 18. Rand visits the school created in Kyrian. He's talking to Herod Fel about breaking the seals. Egwene meets with the wise ones. I don't think any of that is happening in this episode.
No.
I think we talked that this is just Rand, probably Rand by himself. Maybe Moraine feeling lonely. Matt being imprisoned in the tower also. Yeah. And then I know we also got that shot of Egwene in the kitchens. Is she lonely in the kitchens in the White Tower? I don't know. I'll move on to the next one. Daughter of the Night. Interesting. This is chapter 36 of The Dragon Reborn. In this dream, Perrin goes into the wolf dream with Hopper. He sees Ishamael meeting with dark friends. Then Ishamael talking to Lanfear. He encounters Rand in the dream. Rand burns him. When Perrin wakes up, he's actually burned. And this is that scene in The Great Hunt where Rand kills all those dark friends.
Yeah, I don't know if these necessarily have to do with correlate anymore to the book. I think they're just choosing appropriate chapter titles, right? It doesn't have to do with that chapter. specifically, like the way we thought it did in the first season.
No, it didn't. I think I was going to say that. Like, we learned from the first season that
Yeah.
the chapter titles are very misleading.
Yeah. I mean, Daughter of the Night. Kind of, we know what that is. That's episode 2?
We don't know what episode. We don't know the numbers of these episodes.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm
we
sorry.
can,
I thought you said that.
we can play that game. We only know A Taste of Solitude because we saw the
Okay.
script was the first
Okay.
episode. We can play that game too. So this is clearly a Landfear episode, Landfear introduction episode.
Yes, definitely.
What episode?
Or like maybe not an introduction, but like maybe we get a cold open and see like who she really is. Like maybe we find out that Celine is Landfear in whatever episode this is.
So we do know that we get the shot, right? The bloody hand reaching out. We're
Mhm.
pretty sure that that's Landfear. That's got to happen. Sorry, that's got to happen relatively early in the season, right? Like episode 2, the latest, possibly 1.
Yeah.
But it's not 1.
I think it's two, I think that could be the cold open for episode 3. I think
Wow.
you get revealed that the person that Celine is Landfear at the end of an episode or close to the end of an episode. And then the next episode cold open is Landfear coming out of the boar.
Oh, I don't. I
Do
feel
you
like.
think we're to see him pulling a lot of people out of the boar, not just her?
Oh, you mean in this season, like in that?
Yeah, like
time?
it's open now.
No,
so
I don't think they've cast it Forsaken. So I
it
think
should be
they
like a
could just.
person drenched in blood, and then worry about.
I think you could say, "You're the last," or something like that.
And there's like
Or you're
bloody
the first
footprints
of
walking
many or
away.
whatever.
Yeah.
I can see this being the cold open of like of episode 2.
But I want to see a cold open or a flashback to like Mirren and like Lou Theron. I want to see that.
I don't think you're getting that until like
Episode 3.
I don't. I think that they should do the same thing that they did in this season and just make like the episode 8 cold open a Age of Legends cold open.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts, Tom? Daughter of the Night. Which episode do you think this is?
3.
3. All right. I'm gonna. I want to say this is episode 2. I'm gonna say it's episode 2.
Okay.
All right. The next one.
Yet. I need to hear them all.
Okay. The next one is Demane spelt wrong.
That's probably like
6.
5 or 6. Yeah.
So this is chapter 40 of The Great Hunt. Title. This is Egwene getting captured by the Shan-Chen. This is This is an episode.
Yeah.
5 or 6, I would say.
This is 4 probably.
You think 4? She's getting captured?
If Nynaeve's taking the accepted test in episode 3, I think
Yeah.
the next episode is the episode that. Oh, they got to.
wow.
So there's
I
the
think
whole lore.
5. 5 or
Yeah, it could be the end of episode 4 though. This could be the big ending, like the big ending for episode 4 for halfway through the season.
It could be the big ending for episode 4.
Them going through the ways with Liandrin and then getting captured by the Shan-Chen. Nynaeve blasting her way out of there with Elaine.
Yeah.
I think possibly.
You think 4?
But that could be episode 5, the title of episode 5. You're right. She could get captured at the end of episode 4, but the episode 5
You don't know
is
that she's
Demane.
made Demane
Right,
until.
yeah.
Oh no, I think the collar gets put on her at the end of the
Yeah, but you don't know like what exactly that might mean maybe until like the next episode.
I feel like you're gonna know what that means already. You're gonna get some Shan-Chen
I think
early on where you're gonna know that, like, you're gonna learn that what the Mane are and what Soldam are and what the Adam is. You're gonna learn that
You're
before.
gonna see, what's her name? The blue Aja.
Oh,
So-
Megan.
Megan, yeah. Oh, I think you find
Megan.
that out after Elaine.
After Egwene gets
After
captured.
Egwene's captured, I think.
Yeah.
I would say I can see it going both ways, so I don't have an opinion one way or the other. But like basically, is that a better episode title for the shock of the event, or a better episode title where you, the viewer, realize
What did the
that like she's not getting out of this?
Yeah.
They're gonna try and break her.
Her
you
being
know?
trained is so
Yeah.
like the next episode. So the end of episode 4, she gets captured. The next episode is, we start the training, and that's Demane,
Yeah.
the Demane
Right.
episode. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. I go with that. So episode 5. I'm going with episode 5.
Okay.
Could be 6. Yeah, but 5. The next one is Eyes Without Pity. Now, this is chapter 29 of Eye of the World. This is the chapter where Pegwayne is with Elias and they're getting chased by the Ravens and they escape to Steading. So, is this our Elias meeting?
I can see this being episode 4. Because I could see this being how the Carrion look at Moraine. And this could be the Elias death episode.
Yeah, right. He would have to be.
So the
in, like,
Whitecloaks
episode-
have Eyes Without Pity.
Yeah, he
That
would
sort
have
of
to be
thing.
in episode 1, probably, Elias, right?
Yes, I think episode 1 is
Yeah.
they get him.
Yeah,
Like,
that makes sense.
and I think episode 4 is he is I would say that. I think
That could also be like a taste of solitude. Like this could be you, Perrin. You see this guy like living all by himself with the
Mhm.
wolves. Like that could be your
Oh,
right.
future.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point. That's a good
yeah,
one too, Jen.
I think a taste of solitude is going to refer to every one of the main
Yeah.
characters,
Right.
right? Is going to be alone in the first episode. Even though Egwene and Nynaeve are both in the tower, you're going to see that they're not. Maybe they're not allowed to fraternize with each other or something like that.
No.
Yeah.
And then Matt obviously is also going to have a taste of it, being locked up in a.
Literally forced into solitude. All right, the next episode title we have is Stranger and Friends, which is chapter 15 of Eye of the World. So this is the chapter where Rand meets Min, and Min gives all those visions. It's actually the same chapter where right after they have the dream with Balsamon and there's all the dead rats with broken bones in the end. And it's also the chapter where Rand meets Dane Bornhold. When we first meet Dane
Okay.
Bornhold, right? This is where they play the prank on him. Matt breaks the barrels.
Yeah.
So this is a couple of things in here, right? I mean, we've already met Min.
Mhm.
Is this just Min in this episode, or is this is Dane Bornhold's introduction? Strangers and Friends is very.
I see this
broad.
being the introduction of the Aiel, or the
Oh,
introduction of the Trakans,
Of the what?
of Elaine and
Oh,
Trakans.
Oh,
would that be episode 2?
Yeah, episode 2. I
I
can see it
think-
being episode 2 or episode. I don't know what that would be.
I think you're meeting Helene in episode 1.
Maybe it's Matt meeting Gawain and Gilad.
There is that scene of the people practicing in the with the
Yeah.
quarterstaffs that one of them looks like it could be Donald.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
Maybe Strangers and Friends is also Rand meeting Celine.
And then meeting
Ah.
Lan and Moraine, or leaving.
I'm saying episode 2
Celine
for
and-
this one. So,
Yeah.
All right. Cool. And then the final one that we have is What Might Be, which is, this is a good one. This is the Great Hunt, chapter 37. This is the Flicker, Flicker, Flicker chapter. So, is this a confirmation? Are you thinking we're getting Flicker, 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 or this is just one of those red herrings that we've gotten with a lot of the chapter titles?
Yeah. I don't know. We didn't get Blood Calls Blood. So
No, we didn't actually get that.
I don't know if this guarantees anything,
right. People are saying this could be episode 3 of the accepted test as well.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a good title for the accepted test. I like it. I feel like
I've now put 2 different episode titles as episode 3, so it could be episode 7 as well, and be the flicker.
here's what I'm gonna argue, all right? And I was totally for cutting the flicker scene, but this is like, and Rafe,
Flicker.
Like
Rafe-
a flicker.
flicker. Rafe knows this. Sarah knows this. That this is like a hugely fan favorite scene, and people have been talking about the scene, about it being in the show for a while. I don't think he would tease us like that. I don't think he would put the name of an episode with this chapter title and then not put it in, because I think he knows that's a real jerk move.
I just don't think it matters. Like for the story.
I don't think it necessarily matters big time for the
It's like
story.
such a
I mean,
huge undertaking to like not matter and have no repercussions, like really kind of later on.
I get you. I understand that. That's why I thought they would cut it too. But I can't see Rafe allowing this to be a title of an episode and then not putting flicker, flicker, flicker in the show. I don't think he would do that.
I don't know.
I think we've lost Tom.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
too.
no.
Oh.
No.
Oh no, he's still there.
here.
You hear Tom?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
okay. You froze for a
You
second.
got a little.
No, I literally was just, I think, frozen and thinking. I thought
Oh,
but,
okay. That was really good.
So I'm trying to think because I mean, I do think that there is a little bit of the benefit for Rand knowing like in every possible path he could take, no matter what, eventually he will have to face his destiny. And if he doesn't face it head on, like he will fail. But I've said this before, my favorite part of the flicker scene is not any of the lives that Rand experiences. It's what Matt says when he gets out of it.
What does Matt say?
Right.
I forget. Oh,
I'll never betray you, Rand.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
clearly he betrays him a million
Every
times.
time.
Right. And I love the fact that because Matt never thinks about that in any of his points of view.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Matt consistently thinks about how he's definitely going to be leaving Rand now
Yes.
and never does.
Well, that's Tavira.
Right? It is, but I think it's also like he knows that is bad. Like on some fundamental level, even though he's got a Swiss cheese memory and whatever else. Like this version of Matt is the version of Matt who does the right thing.
All right. I wanna document this now. Let's go. What might be Tom, Jen, what are your thoughts? I'm gonna say this is episode 7.
I'm going to say episode 3.
Jen is episode 3. Tom, you have
Man. I think Jen's right, but I think I've also already given episode 3 something, and I don't think so. I'm going to say episode 7 as well.
okay. Strangers and Friends.
2.
Jen.
Yeah, 2.
All right. I'm gonna say this is episode 3. Eyes Without Pity.
4.
Eyes Without Pity. Yeah, 4. I think we've all converged on these too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 4 as well because I think I don't have much. Yeah, Damane.
5.
I'm gonna go with you on that too,
Mhm.
Tom. I think
5.
5. Oh. Daughter of the Night.
3.
It's the last one. I think this is 2.
Oh, that's the one you thought was 3. God damn it.
Yeah, I think it's 2.
All right, what do we have? 1, 2, 3.
Well, you have 2 as 2 now,
4,
Joe.
5.
I have 2 as 2.
Did you say whatever I said was 2? You also said.
No, I don't have it.
Right?
Nope. That's the only 2 I have.
Oh, you put Strangers with Friends later. That's right.
I'm gonna
I
put
put
Daughter
that
of the Night as 6.
I have that as 3. Jen, Daughter of the Night is 6.
6.
All right, it's locked down. I'll throw it up with our character predictions of those
Okay.
unnamed
Okay.
actors. We'll throw that in there and see who's right. Well, that is it. I think, right? Did I miss anything? Did we miss anything in this
I
lengthy
don't
episode?
see how you could have.
I feel like we.
No, this is
I feel like
exhaustive episode.
I feel like we've only been talking for like 10 minutes. By the way.
No, I'm
know.
talking 2 hours almost. This is
Yeah, it does
crazy.
not feel like that for me because this is awesome. All right, so let's wrap it up here. I do want to let everyone know that we did launch our new website. So go check it out. It's the same domain name, but when you go there, if you ever gone to our website or go there to listen to the episodes, you're going to notice it's a totally different site. So we got a new site. Go check it out. It's all the Talk Around Riyadh stuff in one place. There's all the links to our social media. You can listen to the podcast there. You can watch the episodes and song parodies and clips from YouTube on there as well. There's also links to our merchandise and Patreon pages to support us that way. And there's even a link to leave us a review. So there you go. I just covered all the stuff that we usually talk about in my wrap-ups. So go check out the website. Go click on every single link there and do it every day for the rest of your life. Links to all the aforementioned information are included in the show notes to this episode. Jen and Tom, any last words?
Happy Memorial Day weekend to those in America.
Yeah, a moment here to honor all those who died serving this country. Tom,
By
any
eating
last words?
burgers and hot dogs.
Yeah.
If you're in America, it's a it's a solemn day as well as a welcome 3-day weekend. For everybody else, sorry if we invaded you at one time or another.
We didn't invade you.
Yeah, we had
Like
nothing
us
to do with that.
personally.
We had nothing to do with that.
Right.
I mean,
Right. I'm a man of peace.
no peace.
It's more likely they invaded us at some point. Thanks everyone for listening, and you'll hear us next time.